Hello, this is Jeff Steiner, and I am with Jan Medeville. Jan, are you there?
I sure am, Jeff. Hi.
How you doing? And this is Jan and Jeff, number 10. We are on the 17th of April. Beautiful April in France.
Yeah. Did you get taxes done in the States?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Taxes. Yeah, oh God. Taxes done in the States, and now I have to do taxes. I do have a business, so I got to do that.
Yeah.
And then I got to do my personal taxes too.
Oh, okay. Well, have fun. I'm done. Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Exactly, exactly. I wanted to start with mentioning something. I was on my Facebook page, and I did a post, and I'll put this
Yeah.
on my website, and I'll put this in all the information can be found on my website. If anybody's watching this on YouTube, I'll put everything in the description. It was about McDonald's and how, quote unquote, the French do it better than in America. And it was the most popular post on my Facebook page. Incredible.
Yeah. I've heard that though. In fact, there was something recently on the French television that basically said the same thing. And they went on to talk about a few of the McDonald's actually have their well, I think most of the McDonald's now have their hamburgers buns done by local boulangeries.
Oh, that's interesting because because now the new thing, because McDonald's, the French love McDonald's, and I think there's
They
more
do.
McDonald's. The second largest amount of McDonald's is in France.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Second after America, of course. But I went to Burger King. Burger King is coming back. They left. I looked it up. They
Yeah.
left in 1997, I believe, and they're coming back. And I went to one in Paris the first week it opened. There'll be photos again on the page where this is going to be, or in the description, a link. And it wasn't bad. I was really surprised. It had decent, it's the first week, so maybe it's not gotten any, maybe it's gotten worse. I don't know. But at that time, it wasn't bad. The food had good taste to it.
Yeah, yeah. I think Burger King is part of the Taco Bell group, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
And
sure,
yeah,
yeah.
and I know that they're coming in for the second time, but McDonald's came in a first time and they had to leave. They didn't get it right the first time when they came in. I read a fabulous book. The founder of the founder of McDonald's, Ray Kroc, has I read his book. I don't think it's available. I'd have to find it again too because I tried to buy an extra copy. Absolutely incredible story because, as you know, there's two brothers that were named McDonald, and they started a little hamburger stand in California, probably not too far from where you were raised in El Monte. I think it's in Downey. The first McDonald's is in Downey. And this Ray Kroc, I think most people know the story, but he was the one that was selling him straws and cups. The old Sweetheart straws and cups. Very old brand, and he was selling them cups and straws, and thought that it was such a dynamite thing that he bought them out, and Ray Kroc's the one that developed McDonald's.
Yeah, he developed everything. It's pretty amazing. And
yeah, they did happen. They did go out of business the first time they came to France too, and the second time though they got it right.
They got it right. No, and now the French just love it. And I think it's interesting because it's kind of a paradox.
Yeah.
The French love, they have this gastronomy, they have this cuisine that's world famous, and they have all these Michelin-starred restaurants, etc.
Yeah.
They created the system that's the de facto system of how you rate a restaurant, and yet they love fast food.
Well, I think that what they really like about McDonald's is this whole concept. They brought in the drive. There was nothing that was a drive before that. And in fact, Ray Kroc invented that. And then they had this whole thing for a family where the kids could go and play, and the kids didn't have to wait, and they didn't actually have to control their kids at a table with, the traditional French meal in a brasserie or, any kind of restaurant. There wasn't anything for kids.
No, it's true. And I think the other thing is that I've been to a few of them. They adapt to the local architecture. There was one in Alsace that looked like an Alsatian house.
Yeah.
In Chamonix, you can't even tell it's a McDonald's. It looks like it just fits into the local. You can see the sign, but you really kind of have to see it's there. It's kind of a bit stealth. It's really interesting. Anyway, the Burger King is going like crazy, and I know it's been interesting because I know somebody, a French guy, and one of the things he wants to do, he wants to go to every 3-star restaurant in the world. He wants to eat at every 3-star restaurant. Only a French person, right? But the other thing he did when he was in Paris, he waited an hour in line to have Burger King.
Wow, that's devotion.
That's devotion.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I have waited a long time in line at a McDonald's. It's not as fast food as we'd like to think because, you know, when they get really busy, I've waited a long time in line at a McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah, they can get it. But it's interesting though that somebody would do both. They would want to go to 3-star restaurants and they'd want to go to
Right.
But I will say he was disappointed. He said he was disappointed.
Oh,
maybe
okay.
a long wait. Anyway, I just that French paradox is really interesting.
Well, it is, and you know, just to kind of finish out on that, I remember looking on the map for something, or somebody gave me one of their brochures or something, and as a landmark, you know, where to turn left or where to go right was the McDonald's sign. So they actually use it as, you know, what would be the word? As, you know, a repertoire, you know, just to kind of to know where you're at and where you have to go when giving directions.
Exactly.
I thought that was interesting. But just to finish hamburgers out, coming from California, because I don't know if In-N-Out Burger is I'm sure aren't they nationwide across the United States, or are they just in California?
I think they're in the West. I'm not sure. I think they're in the West.
Yeah. Well, anyway, supposedly they're the best hamburgers, and you know, I've eaten there 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, what is this all about?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a little bit I think it's marketing.
Could be. But there's lines that, you know, in the States for the In-N-Out burgers. So.
Yeah, and I went to it, and whenever I go to America, we've gone to one, and there was a big line. I was a bit surprised. Anyway.
Talking about food.
Yes.
Should we keep talking about food?
Let's keep talking about food. Always good. Always interesting.
Okay, and I'll take pictures and send them to you. I didn't have time because I ended up having to go out this morning at the last minute. But I'm cooking this afternoon in a pole d'agneau or de gigot, which is a shoulder of lamb. And I actually bought the shoulder in the market. The guy took it apart and wrapped it up for me with string. So anyway, I'll take a picture. But so I'm going to do a shoulder of lamb with fenouil.
Fenouil,
yeah, fenouil and asparagus and sweet potato. So I'm going to kind of combine that, and actually I'm going to make a gratin with the fenouil. So anyway.
A gratin de fenouil?
De fenouil.
De fenouil.
And you know, it's spelled the same way in English, because when I Googled some recipes for it, it kept saying fenouil. I don't know how we'd pronounce it in English, though. How would we?
What would you call the dish in English?
Well, it was under gratin, because I think in the States now, or you know, in English, we can say a gratin. Most people know that it's kind of an oven dish. Maybe I've been here too long. Don't know. But so it's a gratin, and you know what? I'll give you more details when I take the pictures. But it's going, you know, they do the gratin dauphinoise, which is, you know, just scalloped potatoes, baked scalloped potatoes. Yeah, baked scalloped potatoes. And so this is going to be with the fenouil. And I found kind of a fun recipe, and I'll tell you if it's good.
Well, that sounds excellent. We can't wait for the photos.
Yeah, it's too bad you won't be able to taste it, but
we'll be able to taste it. But that's
I'll make the pictures look really good.
You make the pictures look very good. All right. Well, on that happy note, I wish you a happy weekend.
Same to you. And I've got more food stuff. Like I say, I went on an appointment this morning about French food going to the United States, exporting it to the
Interesting.
States. Yeah, so I'll tell you more about that as I get further into it.
All right. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Okay. Have a great weekend, Jeff.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Ciao, ciao. Bye.